welcome and welcome back, Ninth House Tarot Collective. We're going to get into another timeless reading for you. For whenever you find this reading, this message will be for you. If it resonates, if it doesn't resonate, leave it for somebody else. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, okay, especially if you want to hear more timeless readings. And just had a message. Don't know if you heard that vibrate. Yeah, let me know in the comments if this is your energy, if this is your reading, guys. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So what do the collective need to hear this time? What is the pertinent message that they need to know, need to hear, need to be aware of, need a heads up of at this time? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's go. What? I mean, as I shuffle, I'll take it. Loss is the first card out. Okay, two more. Family. I feel like the last reading I did, we had family come out, but it's come out with teacher. So we've got loss and then family and teacher. Family and teacher I'm going to take as one card, okay? They both belong to, at the top of these cards, you have like the category that they belong to. This one is people. So there could be somebody within a family who is acting or delivering some kind of acting as a mentor, a teacher or a guide, or delivering some kind of lesson knowingly or unknowingly to somebody else. This could also be like a mentor, a guide or a teacher within a community that feels like family as well. One more. Conflicto. Okay, so we got conflict here. Okay, so and that's two cards for events. This could be regarding some kind of creative endeavor, some kind of new project, some kind of new undertaking, new path. It doesn't have to be new, actually. It's just a creative endeavor, a creative undertaking, a creative path. Okay. So yeah, with loss, somebody could be going through a loss at this time, struggling with releasing something. It could be around a creative project that they are struggling, or not even struggling with, but having to release or having to let go. This person is literally watching something sail off into the distance, okay? So and he's been quite passive watching this, so it's kind of giving the impression of somebody who either couldn't help letting something go or accepts that something needs to be released or let go. He is looking at a sunset and a horizon as well, so all is not lost here, I would say. And then with teacher and family, like I said, that is what it says here. This could be a teacher, a guide, or somebody within either a family like that or a community situation that feels like family. And then conflict. What? Conflict possibly within that community? Let's see. Because conflict... And again, there's boats in two of these pictures. So there could be something about somebody overseas as well, needing to travel, experiencing some kind of loss because they need to travel overseas. They need to travel away from something, or something has had to travel away from them. And this, again, I keep getting drawn to this boat. In the conflict card, there's conflict here. Yes, there is choppy waters, but this woman is trying to tame the boat. This is somebody who's trying to tame something that seemingly actually needs to be released, okay, is what I'm getting. I'm really getting drawn to the ship and the boat and someone trying to hang on to something longer than they should, or, you know, but I do feel with loss here, I feel like somebody's trying to hang on to something to avoid some kind of loss. Let's see. So with loss here, why is loss here? Oh, interesting. Unlikely ally. Okay, whatever that means. Let's clarify unlikely ally for loss. Unlikely ally for loss. Death. Yeah. There's something here that is ending. Somebody in your life, or you could be in somebody else's life, somebody is causing an ending in someone else's life and is causing a loss. There is something that somebody is losing and it's being caused by someone. This person, it feels like they are the unlikely ally, and the reason that they're an unlikely ally is because they're causing the loss. You probably look at them as an enemy or somebody who's caused you some kind of instability. Yeah, there's something about that. Let's see. And what we got for teacher and family. Why is teacher and family here? That's a very interesting combination. We could also be talking like a father figure or some kind of parental authoritative figure within a family dynamic. Take that as it resonates. Teacher and family. Why is that here for the collective? Whoa. Follow that path in the reverse. Okay. So this could be somebody who is being shown a path, and not following it. I'll check the book for that one. And why is follow that car in the reverse with family, with teacher and family? Mastermind, yeah. I mean, the teacher is giving mastermind, right? The teacher can be a mastermind energy. And then conflict. Yeah, there could be somebody within a family situation who is trying to give some kind of mentorship, guide, or advice. This could be like a family member that's trying to give it, and trying to say to somebody, you're not following your true path, you're not following what you're being guided to follow, you're too busy holding on to something that clearly is not working for you, that clearly you need to release and let go. And someone is almost feels like they are speaking sense to someone, advising someone as well with mastermind, that you need to use this loss, this situation of loss, use this and turn it in your favor in some regard. Use this as a new beginning. It doesn't have to be a complete end. And death card as well, in the upright, I feel like it means new beginning, but I'll check the book. Why is conflict here? Why is conflict here? Moment of reflection. Yeah, somebody's pausing here to realize that this conflict is happening. It's like it's happening for them, not to them. So I'll take that as it resonates. Why is moment of reflection here with conflict? Moment of reflection here with conflict. If the camera's suddenly got lighter, it's just got really bright outside. Choose your weapon. So the conflict, it is all battle stations on standby here. But I feel like choose your weapon is, Spirit is asking you to be strategic here about how you approach this conflict. Do you approach it with a sword here? You're trying to win over someone, cut someone else down, or with a pen or a pencil? You're going to be more strategic about this, more thought-led. I don't know if that's a term or a saying, but more considerate or more thoughtful about how you choose to move forward. There's a moment of reflection, a pause, something that is unfinished. Yeah, a loss. That's crazy. There's something that is unfinished, and Spirit is advising possibly you may have to just leave it unfinished and take it as a loss. But there's something bigger happening here. Okay, so something about a creative endeavor, whether that's something that you need to kind of release, that creative endeavor, that creative project, whatever it is that you're working on, or whether that's something that's going to come as a result of you turning this loss on its head. I mean, this message is super clear. Let's see what else we get. So for loss, let's get something here for loss. Whoa. Gift and change. So change came out crossing, so it's a bit of a challenge at this time, but what came out with it is gift. Okay, this is the gift. This loss is not actually a loss. This loss is happening for you, not to you. Why is family here with teacher? Why is family here with teacher? Why is family here with teacher? Courthouse. Okay, that's a contract or terms and conditions. That's an agreement. Why is courthouse here with teacher and family? And why is courthouse here with teacher and family? And then the card, family room. Okay, so this is something that again is happening within a family dynamic. Somebody may be being legally advised or just advising someone to look at the details here. Again, mastermind was a card that came out with family and teacher. So somebody may be asking someone to put something in writing, to put something on to contract, to be very clear about terms and conditions, to be clear about roles, responsibilities, designated whatever. Because again, with choose your weapon, I did kind of zone in on that pencil there. There's something here about being specific, using your intelligence or your strategy here, choosing your words wisely as well. I'm getting, yeah, courtship, high honor and community. Courtship is some kind of discussion, some kind of meeting, some coming together in some way with someone else. You've got high honor. This is somebody who's thought, obviously someone who is thought very highly of, is giving that teacher energy, and that was directly on top of community. So again, family, a community that feels like family, somebody who is prominent or important within a community. is crucial. You may be meeting with them, or somebody's meeting with them in regards to whatever this situation is, and they're being advised on what they should do, how they should approach it. You know, if it's legal, which I am getting for some of you, it is legal. They're asking you to put this thing in a contract, put it on paper. This could be like a legal advisor, or a legal, like a lawyer or solicitor, but somebody within the family. So it's like they approach it, it's more informal. It's like somebody not formally going to a lawyer or a solicitor. It's like informal, helpful advice from either a family member or somebody who works in a legal setting, but within the community that you're aware of. Okay, so tell me more about loss here. Tell me more about loss. Independence, moon in Aquarius. We've got teacher in the family. Why is that here? Or that flew out. That is Venus in Pisces. Venus in Pisces is very much it's in its Pisces, or Venus even. Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces. Okay, it's very favorable. It's very whimsical, very romantic, very idealistic. It gives an energy of charm, sweet talking. Not fantasy, but how you want the picture to look. What's the best picture, the best circumstances, the best what is the best that we can get from this situation? It's Venus in Pisces in this context. What does that look like? What is the ideal? How good can it look? How good can we get it to look? So there's somebody here that is advising someone to put something on paper, possibly, or at least advising them of how to be strategic. They may be asking them to go big, so asking for the most, asking for the big ideal picture, anticipating, you know, strategically that it will be kind of, you know, when you're negotiating with someone or you put that on the table, they're anticipating that all demands won't be met. There's something about this loss here that is the gift that it's granting you is independence, to be unshackled to something, to not be beholden to something anymore. This is a beautiful reading. It's very, very, very clear, and very specific as well. Conflict. Why is conflict here? Why is conflict here? Adaptability, moon in Gemini. There's a lot of moon energy here, so I feel like a lot of this is not clear to you yet, or it's not clear on the surface, especially if you're at that stage where you're trying to hold on to something to avoid losing it. There's something about the situation where you don't have the foresight yet of how beautiful or how good this could get or how good this could be. You're just seeing it as a loss. But with Venus here, especially Venus in Pisces, this could be really, really favourable. But with conflict, Spirit is asking you to be adaptable here. So with conflict, again, choosing your weapon. This is not about... I just did a reading, you catch more bees with honey. That just came to my head, catch more bees with honey. I don't think... I mean, it could be about the same situation, but it doesn't seem related on the surface in terms of the energy that I read. But with conflict and adaptability, Spirit is saying to be amenable. There's something here about Venus in Pisces where you're putting all your demands down, or you're requesting a laundry list of what you want, knowing full well that you're going to be negotiated right the way down. And so when there's conflict here and adaptability, Spirit is asking you to choose your weapon wisely, to be adaptable, to pause, to be strategic, and be like, you know, if this was a court case and you had a laundry list of things that you wanted from the other party, knowing full well you're not going to get it, it means that when the party comes back and says, well, I don't want this, I want this, that you can just pause, don't rise to any kind of bait, understand that you have enough to negotiate because you have listed loads of things that you want, even if it's things like 10 things that you don't want, but you've put it on there anyway. There's things that you can maneuver and you can play with. That is what I'm getting. There's extra pieces on the board. And then moon in Libra at the bottom of the deck, companionship. Okay, so I feel like that's another story possibly, or yeah, I don't know. Let's just pull some tarot. I've got a new tarot deck, guys, and it's kind of beautiful, so I'm going to use it because I haven't used it for any collective readings as of yet. So it's actually a Rider-Waite tarot deck, similar to, and it's using the art of Pamela Coleman Smith, but with a twist. It's with a diversity twist, okay, which, you know, diversity. I know it's like the hot word, but this is a really beautiful deck. So basically, everybody in the Rider-Waite Tarot has like different. They're of different origins, like around the world, nationality wise. You know, for example, Page of Swords is Asian. Love that. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, who looks Asian as well. We've got the Magician, who is a black person with an afro. Anyway, Mahogany Tarot is the designer of this deck, Mahogany Tarot. So go and check her out on Etsy. Her decks are great. It's my first deck from her, and the only reason why I don't have more is because the postage is super expensive. Obviously, I live in the UK. I'm assuming I think she's in the US, and Etsy is not the best for postage and packaging prices. So anyway, but check her out because I really love this deck. Okay, so why have we got loss here? Why is loss here? The King of Wands. Someone's taking action. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Why is loss here? The King of Wands looks to the past. The King of Wands, especially with it being the first card out, they're looking at the past. They're reviewing loss. They're reviewing the lessons that have been learned in a situation, because that informs their next moves forward. Tell me more about loss, Spirit. Tell me more about loss. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they're coming up with a plan. They're coming up with a plan. This is strategy. Tell me more about loss here. The Ten of Wands, a strategy on how they can release some kind of burden. What is the burden concerning? Is it monetary? Is it family related? Work related? Love related? What is this Ten of Wands they want to drop? They want to release? The Ten of Wands is like responsibility as well. Not just burdens, it's responsibility, it's obligation. It is commitments that have been upheld and nurtured, and now they have been harvested is the word. So in regards to judgment here with the Ten of Wands, there's some kind of important decision possibly that needs to be made. One more for the Judgment card and loss. Yeah, around family or around their happiness. Is this the right investment? Is this what I need to commit to? Do I need to commit to something else? Do I need to rehash my plans? There's something here where the King of Wands is really looking at what has gone before and coming up with a plan around either their happiness or a family or community situation. They're coming up with they're going to be hit with some kind of awakening around this, or some kind of push to make some kind of choice or decision about this. With the Judgment card, this is like an awakening or a reawakening, a rebirth in something, possibly in themselves. King of Swords energy at the bottom of the deck, who's Indian. Love that energy. Love it. Anyway, and let's get family and teacher. And the King of Wands as well, he does give mentor vibes. I mean, all the kings do. But the King of Wands is the king with the experience, right? Who has been burnt by the fire and forged from experience. So, forged by the fire and learnt from experience. Why is teacher here with mentor? For, why is teacher here with mentor? The Six of Pentacles, yeah, somebody is giving some kind of supportive advice or charitable advice, or giving their input on something, and it's a charitable thing. It's somebody who has experienced probably this before, or somebody who has got knowledge of this, or somebody who this is their specialty, you know, if this is their industry, if that applies, if it's about industry. Tell me more about teacher and family. Magician, yeah, it's somebody who's qualified to make it's somebody who's qualified or has the tools of the trade, or the tools from experience on how to make something work, on how to get victory in something. For a lot of you, this could be it could be legal. One more here for the teacher and family. And I feel like this is advice or something that is sought, or this person just offers their advice. The number 1221 could mean something to someone, or 3 as well. Number 3 could mean something to someone. One more here for teacher and family. The Lovers. So this is a beautiful card as well, so I'm just going to cover their bodies. But look at Archangel Raphael. Look at Archangel Raphael. An Asian lady. Beautiful. The Lovers card though. So this is a direction. This is alignment. This is a decision. This advice that somebody offers, gives, is going to be crucial or critical to a decision that's made. Remember, we had follow that car in the reverse. I didn't check that out, did I? So let me just see what that says. Follow that car in the reverse. So it says inaction or decision or indecision, waiting and watching, a missed opportunity, failure to act, letting something get away, asleep at the wheel, taking one's time, deliberation or stagnation, feeling at a loss of what to do, the passenger. And then let me just read mastermind, because that came out as well in the upright. So this could be like a deliberate delay as well. There could be advising a deliberate delay, like say nothing and just allow things to play out, because mastermind is here, it's strategic. The one pulling the strings, the power behind the curtain, the great architect, all-knowing, the brains of the operation, the designer of intricate plans, having a finger in all the pies, a visionary, which is the King of Wands, and an initiator. Oh, sorry, and a manipulator. So yeah, it's given that somebody may be advised by somebody who's qualified to give that advice, or someone who has the experience of this, to delay, to cause a strategic delay, but just by not doing anything at all. Wait for things, have some foresight, wait for things to play out. How interesting. The Lovers though, clarify the Lovers card, because why is the Lovers here? I mean, we know it's a decision or alignment. The Ten of Pentacles, it's a decision, and it means money, inheritance, or somebody who is gaining. Again, the Ten of Pentacles is family as well. So this could be somebody who, like I said, within the family that is, who is, imparting their wisdom, their family wisdom, okay? And follow the car in the reverse. I just need to get that. Follow the car in the reverse. Let's just clarify, follow the car in the reverse. I'll skip. Oh, Five of, yeah, oh my God. So it's exactly what the book said. It's someone who's not doing anything, and by not doing anything, a lot is happening. The Five of Swords in the reverse. Spirit, somebody is advising someone to not rise to the bait, to not be triggered, to not initiate arguments, to not be lured into arguments or conflict with somebody else. And by doing that, you come into alignment with something. This is somebody who's saying, don't fight for this. This is a loss. Allow it to be a loss. Or this is something where they're saying, don't engage this person, just see how it plays out, and it plays out well with the Ten of Pentacles. This is a very beautiful reading. Hierophant, again, this could be an older person or someone more experienced, a literal teacher. Tell me why a conflict is here. Conflict, where's conflict here? There's 3 cards, I will take them. The Sun, the Eight of Cups, and the Tower card. Wow. I think the clarity, the change that happens here with the Sun card, the growth, the change of direction in the situation, or the happiness, the joy, the success of this situation is caused by Eight of Cups, someone detaching, okay, and walking away from something, and it causes a Tower. That's what causes conflict. It's like, but that causes movement in the situation as well. And this is a positive change. This could be, I could be talking to someone who has felt stuck in this position for a while. This situation has felt stagnant. If it's a situation with another party, that party has been causing stagnancy, and you've not really known which way to go. With conflict, you don't forget you did have adaptability, which with the Gemini energy as well, it does indicate an energy of strategy here, okay, and being intentional, pausing, okay, to not take action, pausing to think about what you want to do. I feel like it causes conflict as well within someone else when you detach and no longer fight for something, when you decide to just throw your swords down and just be like, walk away, like, I'm no longer engaging in this, I'm no longer arguing with you, do what you want, I'll take the L, whatever. What's the overall advice here? 3 cards for the overall advice for the collective here in regards to this message. I feel like a creative endeavour, which is at the bottom of the deck. It could be about this situation, but I feel like that's something that's coming up. So, for example, if you feel like you're losing out within a creative project, a partnership, a business, whatever it is creative, if that applies to you, and you feel like you're losing out by giving into this and not engaging with this, a new creative project will be on the horizon for you. And as I say that, the Page of Wands, this is the page of positive and happy communication. It's also the page of adventures. This is the page that is exploring new horizons, really excited about new adventures on the horizon. They are positive, they have courage, they are new to something. So this could be something that you now need to start from scratch, but you'll be free to do it. Even if you have to start from the beginning, you'll be free to do it. Two more here for the advice. 5 of Cups. Yeah, it will be sad. Okay, it will be sad. You will be focusing on what you've lost here, but there is opportunity, and the 2 of Cups is always behind the 5 of Cups. There's always opportunity. This is the new creative endeavor. This is a new partnership, a new opportunity, something that you love, a collaboration as well for some of you. One more here for the advice. You also maybe, the advice is you also may be getting some communication about something that hasn't worked out, or communication about someone's grief, somebody's sadness. And as crappy as it sounds, I feel like that's something that is good news to you, even though it makes somebody else sad. That's another way to read that. Again, the other card, which I love, even though with the 5 of Cups you're sad about, or somebody's sad about what has passed, that what it is that they no longer enjoy, or what it is they've lost. The 3 of Wands is all about foresight, planning, and looking to new horizons. This is also strategy. Again, travel is coming up. As I say, travel is coming up. The World card is here. This could be travel overseas. I'm getting overseas travel, or international travel, or something to do with international relations, or international opportunities, or whatever. It's crazy. Could be talking to a Virgo placement. Yeah, with the 6 of Swords. Could be talking to a Virgo placement, okay, that's closing a chapter and ready to start a new cycle. Could be an older Virgo placement. A mature person, and somebody who would consider themselves, or somebody would consider themselves like the I don't want to say a loner, but just somebody who like works alone, you know, keeps themselves to themselves. So take that as it resonates. What a beautiful reading. I'm going to leave that there, collective. Like, share and subscribe, and drop in the comments if this is your energy, and I'll see you in the next one.